Very, very warm and proud African greetings to you, Black Austrians, friends of Black Austrians, and people in Austria as a whole. If you're asking yourself the question, who the heck is she? Good question. My name is Beatrice Achaleke. And if you're asking yourself, is she really in Africa? Why is she having a show on? Well, yes, I'm in Africa. And if you really know your Africa, you will know that the sun doesn't always shine in Africa. It's not always August or summer in Africa. There's some African countries that have winter. And I happen to be in that part of Africa right now where it is winter time. And if you're still asking, why does she speak in English? Why not German? You know what? While I was in Austria, I assimilated and I learned how to speak German. And I tried to speak it as well as I could. Now I'm in another country. Yes, I should be speaking to you in an African language, but where our story, our legacy is such that we communicate more in colonial languages. So I speak to you today in colonial English. Anyway, I'm here to congratulate you, Simon Inu, my brother, and your team out there, to congratulate you on the continuity, on the stubbornness, on the consistency, and on the visions and how you stand by your words and try to make Austria a better place for people who look like you and I, people of African descent or Black Austrians. And I want to commend and thank all the friends of Black Austrians, all the Austrians who support your cause and who stand behind you. It is not very easy to be a Black person in Austria. I know this from my own experience. I lived there for 20 years. I was one of you. So, but it is definitely a very exciting environment to be in spite of all the challenges, because it really allows you to harness yourself. It takes you inside you and get you to really understand who you can be, and above all, who you cannot be. And while in that space, you also have the chance to redefine yourself. I had to redefine myself so many times. And that environment really made me to be the person that I am today. And who I am today is someone who can overcome any challenges. And that thanks to you, Austria. I know you have your awards today, and I'm truly honored to have been asked to send a message, which I'm doing right now. Those of you, all the Black Austrians, all you Black Austrians, you all deserve to be awarded. You deserve awards for just being who you are. And those of you who have been nominated, I congratulate you. Those who are receiving the award, I celebrate you. And while you get your awards and celebrate yourselves, there is one thing that I want you to take along with you. I really wish that you take this seriously. From a wise woman, someone who has probably been around longer than you, you have a dual identity. You have a dual heritage. Some of you, you have multiple heritages and identities. What I really wish for you is that you never leave out any one of those identities. You may be in a space where you're now currently constantly fighting to be who you want to be, constantly justifying yourself, trying to fit in, the shoes that someone has made for you and thought it was your size. You're constantly trying to be who you think people want you to be. But one thing that I wish for you to be is that while you go through that and while you fight your fight, I wish you to discover, to unveil, to release the creator in you. You were born to create, not to fight. You were born to create great things. You were born to be a great person. You are a bundle of greatness. And you are the only person who can unleash, unveil, and manifest this greatness. It is all in your hands. So while you make your choices, I wish for you to bear in mind that your African identity is something that you should not take on a light shoulder. You should not neglect it. You should actually really leverage on that identity. Why? Because the time that I've spent on the continent has shown me how many great opportunities there are. I'm not saying that it's so easy to live out here, but if you are like me, someone who has learned to transform challenges into opportunities, you will see great opportunities out here. Let me tell you, I'm not just saying In 2015, December 2016, let me correct that, in December 2016, I embarked on a journey to become a writer. And until now, I have written 7 books. Yes, 7 books, the Africa for Smart Kids book series. And the most recent one is I Know My Africa. So my question to you is, how much of your Africa do you really know? How much do you want to know? You see thousands of people come to Africa every day. Chinese are coming. Europeans don't want to leave Africa. America doesn't want to leave Africa. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself the question, why is it that way? Well, if you read Africa for Smart Kids, you'll find some of the answers. But above all, I wish for you to be curious, to be inquisitive, to ask your own questions and find your own answers. Because when you can find those answers, when you can ask those questions, when you can ask those questions and find your own answers, you will see how great we are as Black people. You'll see that we're not just the second largest continent in the world, we're not just the youngest continent in the world, but we actually sustain the world. You see the world of resources that Africa exports to the rest of the world in order to sustain the industries in the Western countries and beyond. You see why many people are coming to Africa. And you see why Africa is no longer being called developing countries, underdeveloped countries, but emerging economies. So there's quite a whole lot that I can share with you here, but I don't want to have that one-sided monologue. I do not want to bore you. I know today you're celebrating. I just wanted to sensitize you on the fact that your African identity is something that I wish for you to take seriously. When I got to South Africa, I got to discover a new part of me, the creator in me. I got to discover the creative genius in me. Yes, I can say that, yes. Because today I can stand here and say, I am a very proud African woman, unapologetically. You want to hear that again? My name is Beatrice Achaleke. I'm a very, very proud African woman, unapologetically. And I wish for you that whatever choices you make, that you're able to stand up and say, I'm a very proud ABC, unapologetically. That said, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best for today's celebration. While you take your prizes and go out into the world, strive to be great. Make sure you step into your next masterpiece. Make sure you celebrate your environment, and make sure you always bear in mind that whoever you are, you were sent on this earth by whoever to be great and to use your greatness to impact others. So please unleash your greatness, be a great person of African descent, be a great whoever you are, and may you always make the choices that make you proud, that make you stand tall, so that when you are my age, you will look back, tell the story of your journey, and make your great-grandchildren, let's start with your children, make your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren be proud of you, because we are proud people as Africans. Again, I am unapologetically African. Sending you all the best, and please send me some sun. It's winter this way, so send me some sun from Austria. I will appreciate, and have a lovely time. Simon and your team, I really, really celebrate you. Congratulations for the work that you do. And to every one of you in the room, may you have a wonderful evening. Goodbye. God bless you.